Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm sekarang menjadi student number G1800008. Now we'll show about a general analysis and the pragmatics for the material is about the Deixis. So we start from the abstract. The abstract shows that the purpose of this research are to describe the types and reference of deictic virtues in the Jakarta Post editorial. The central topics of pragmatics, this study is limited on applying indexes on the Jakarta Post for July 2012 editorial. Method of data collections that used by researchers in documentations method. There are five types of the deictic verb. For the first is a personal deicsis, and the second is temporal deicsis, and the third is special deicsis. The fourth is discourse deicsis, and the fifth is special deicsis. Then, for the introduction, this thesis describes the types and reference of the deictic verb used in the Jakarta Post editorial in July 2012. This study will give more understanding to the reasons about the types of deicsis which are used in the Jakarta Post editorial and also give information about the reference in the Jakarta Post editorial which will give more knowledge to comprehend our pragmatics, especially on deicsis. The writers want to extend and complete the previous researches. For the research method, describe either explicitly or implicitly the purpose of the qualitative research, the role of the researchers, the states of research, and the method of the data analysis. It describes, explains, classifies, and analyzes the study by discourse analysis. In this research, the research analyzes the data of Deixis, the Deixis types and references by the relative form of editorial in the Jakarta Post on July 2012. And finding and discussion. For the first is a personal deicsis. A personal deicsis found in the data comprises of first person, second person, and third person. The first person I is often used speaker inclusions, clauses, or speakers, and speaker exclusions, or the other speakers. We belong to including both the speakers and the hearer or audience, including speaker but excluding the hearer or audience. Speaker and assuming includes the hearer or audience. The person is talking about and or assuming, excluding or including a threat. And then for a second, about the temporal deicsis, and it can be distinguished based on the first is time relation, second is time period, and the third is the moment of uttering examples. Tenses are time relations in connection to a given point in time. And then for the special deicsis, it is common for languages to show at least a two-way referential distinctions in their deictic system. For example, that is near or closer to the speaker or here, and the cell is far from the speaker or the address there. The third is discourse deicsis, and has states that discourse deicsis has to with keeping track of reference in the unfolding discourse. This or that refers to a large amount of the discourse that is allocated, including the discourse itself. This or this and that or those usually refer to the relatively close or far in the discourse. It is used to shorten the passage or text in order to repeat again. And examples below for A. This is not only because the decision is one step back from the 2007 gubernatorial elections, which used the technology, but also because a manually counting the votes will only deepen public doubt over the KPU Jakarta neutrality in organizing the ejections. And the second one is these were tests of the past, tests that emerged this week that must be faced in the coming weeks and months are found in the form of the government and the nation's seriousness in embarking on plans for the mass production of electric automobiles in 2040, as they prevail among industry experts over the feasibility of the target. And the last is about social Deixis. Retention state social Deixis concerns that aspect of a sentence which reflect or establish or are determined by certain realities of the social situations, and in which the speech act occur. The relational, the relational variety is the most important, which one of four excesses is speaker and river. For example, river honorific. It is more common than address honorifics, which are used by speakers to show respect towards a reference. It can only be conveyed by referring to the target of a respect. For example, president, vice president, state official, minister, governor, regency, friendship relations, academic relations, clan member, and etc. Three types of a reference are personal, demonstrative, and a comparative reference. Okay, for the conclusions, the axis is divided into five types and each has a different role in it. Okay, that's all the presentation that I can give about the journal analysis for the material Deixis. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.